Welcome to off-season training. We're going to do what we did last year and break down all 8 of the GHSA state finals from 2018. We're going to start with the A Public. That was the first one of the week. So we're going to start there, and we're going to go every 2 weeks. The next one will be the A Private, and then the Double A every 2 weeks, in ascending order like that. So let's start. We're going to start in the first quarter. Turn the audio off for just 1 second. We got a touchdown here, and then he throws the ball down, and we flagged this for spiking and unsportsmanlike conduct. This would fall under the youthful exuberance category. There's not really much to flag there, that spike. It's not, if he rears back and really slams it to the ground and the ball bounces wildly away, yeah, we'll flag that. But this is a pretty mild, you can make the argument he just dropped it forcefully. That's not really something we want to flag. And again, the ball just kind of flaps down. Now, a couple of things here. Referees, when you're talking to a coach, let's leave the hands out of our pockets. And really, at all times, all officials, we want to keep our hands out of our pockets as much as we can, especially when we're talking to a coach. I know we want to kind of look relaxed, kind of, make it seem like it's not confrontational, and that's fine. Fold your hands in front of you, fold your hands behind your back, something like that, but just keep the hands out of your pockets. It's just, it looks kind of sloppy, and it's not really something we want to convey. Now, I do want to listen to the announcement real quick, and we'll talk about that. Because the thing I want to touch on this announcement, I know we're mic'd, but we still wanted to keep all our signals that we normally would. So when we what we want to do when we have a penalty on the kickoff, even if we're mic'd up, we still want to point in the direction of the kickoff. Because there's some people in the stands maybe can't hear you. There may be some coaches on the sideline who can't hear you. So even if you're mic'd up, still point in the direction of the kickoff to indicate that we're going to enforce that penalty on the kickoff. Now, the final thing on this, we watch this up back on the left side of your screen. It'll be the right up back. I'm going to do a block below the waist. It's a correct call. This up back did that all game long. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But it was the right call to make. It was correctly flagged. However, they assessed this on the kickoff, and the team does not have the option to assess this on the kickoff. It's the only 2 options for this is to decline it, keep the point on the board, or you just 15 yards and repeat the kick. They do not have the option on the kickoff. Alright, I want to look at a couple of scrimmage plays. We kind of dinged some back judges all playoffs long on their positioning. This, however, is great positioning by the back judge. See how he maintains that 5x5 cushion. Returner's coming up. Back judge comes up with them. Great job there maintaining, then grabs the spot. Second scrimmage kick. Same thing. He's coming back, still maintain that 5x5 cushion. And then, by doing so, he has an excellent view of what goes on here, this kind of muff, and then he can see all that more clearly because he does a great job of working to maintain that 5x5 positioning. The only thing I would say here, instead of backing up with him, at this point maybe you want to swing out here and try to get it so you keep the inside out. But you're still in the middle of the field, so it's kind of weird. But we always want to try to maintain the inside out on back judges when you are back judges maintain the inside out on a scrimmage kick. look at the left tackle here. If he makes solid contact there, we would have a legal block below the waist. See it better from this angle. See how he has to take that step and delay. And it is a snapping shotgun. So if he makes solid contact there, we have a legal block below the waist. However, since he whiffed, and there's really no impact on the play and no really concern for safety, we let it go, but let's make sure we're talking to him on that one. So right up back, several times he had a block below the waist. Got it a couple of times we missed it. So this is one of those things where we really need to just flag this every time. He was doing it all game. A lot of times because it wasn't getting flagged every time. These players are going to keep doing it till we flag them. And sometimes you got to flag them more than once. And all you can do is keep flagging it. Here's another one. So I would still flag this one even though there's not solid contact. But in this case, you probably still flag it because you see there is contact right there. He goes low. He makes enough contact to really kind of impede the progress of that defender. The difference between this one and the previous few clips back where we said that left tackle who was cutting, but he whiffed, it made no impact on impeding that defender. This time he does though. He makes contact right there. The defender is impeded, so we would want to flag that. See how he just makes just enough contact that it impedes the runner. Right there, that kind of leg whip. So we would want to flag that. That one's kind of borderline, but it's one of those things he's been doing it all game, so he really doesn't get the benefit of the doubt at this point. So I mean that one's tougher. Like I said, it's just he's been doing it all game. He doesn't get the benefit of the doubt. And that one clearly blocked below the waist. Like I said, a couple of them were called, a couple of them weren't. This one on the defender, you can see number 1. I think it's number 1. Yeah, number 1 right here. On the defense, he's going to come and just cut the guy. And then, yeah, we got to flag that. There's things we got to be more alert on cut blocks. Very good call here on the fumble. As you can see, when we slow it down, the arm is never going forward. Just a good clean strip sack by the defense right there. Good call. Good job of letting that be a fumble. So in this, we're going to have a block in the back right there. So by rule, and technically yes, this is a block in the back, but there's no real impact on the play here, and it's nothing too dangerous that his safety is at risk. So this is a block in the back we may just want to let go. The runner is still tackled behind where the block occurred, and that defender really probably, I mean, he wouldn't have made a solo tackle, probably just wouldn't have been in on the gang tackle. So that's a flag we probably let go. We kind of have, if the safety is not in question, kind of take it the same way you take a holding. If there's no impact on the play, then you let it go. And I said if the safety is not at risk. Now, if he just blows them up in the back and it's a dangerous play, then yeah, go ahead and flag it. That one, just let that go. So these are going to be a couple of would-be chop blocks. Watch the center. He's going to go low to his left. If he makes solid contact there below the waist, then we'd have a chop block. But he doesn't. So good job of letting off on that. Again, talk to him. Same thing here. Center this time going to the right. If he makes good solid contact below the knees there, then we would have a chop block. But since he doesn't, there's no call to make. But again, we would want to talk to him and make sure he's aware. Couple things on this play. Headline judge, you are no help. We need you backpedaling, or at least if you're gonna run forward, at least looking back. Because right there, we're basically running a 6-person crew. Because you're not helping. You're getting to the goal line, which is great, but we need you backpedaling or looking back and helping out there. One reason being, we have a coach in the box, clearly in the box. Back judge, hopefully we want you to get that, or not back judge, side judge. But we also understand, your focus is on the runner. Maybe you don't see that coach in the box. Headline judge, if you're backpedaling or looking back, maybe you see that. We got to get these coaches cleared out of the box. He's in the way. He's got to get out of the box. Headline judge, you got to be looking back or backpedaling. Same thing on this play. We're going to have a long run and a touchdown. And this coach running down the sideline, hyped up on testosterone, all the way out of the numbers. He's got to get off the field. That was bad enough as it is, but this, all the way to the numbers, we got to get him off the field. Just sideline warning, don't call a UNS, but he can't be all the way out the numbers like that. We got to keep these sidelines clear. It's the 15th game of the season. They all know the rules. I understand it's the finals. Everyone's excited, but we got to look out for the safety. Good job of refraining from calling a hurdling on this play. By strict definition of a hurdle, you got that foot foremost out there. But if they're contacted in the air and there's no real harm there, just let it go. It's very strict rules and strict restrictions on hurdling. There's a specific set of actions that take place in order for you to call hurdling on a runner, and this is not meted, especially him being contacted in an area like that. So good job of refraining and not calling that. Referee, we're lined up on the wrong side, left-handed quarterback, and we're lined up on the right. They run these formations. It's weird because you don't really know who's getting the ball. So we can understand you being out of position. Just line up with whoever has normally been getting the ball. So that formation is weird. I understand it's tough. This, however, left-footed punter. We need to be on the left. We need to be on his kicking leg side. So let's do everything we can not to have a delay game on the kickoff. We want to minimize pre-snap penalties on kickoffs as much as we can. I understand the visible play clock is a little harder because everyone can see the play clock. So maybe delay you're ready for play. Back judge umpires make sure everyone, the kickoff team, is ready before you run to the sideline. Kind of do whatever you can to not have a delay game on a kickoff. We don't want to have, we want to make sure that everyone has 11 players, stuff like that. We don't want to have any pre-snap fouls on a kickoff if we can help it. Down at the bottom of your screen, we're going to miss an obvious encroachment. He's a yard downfield. Remember, on a deep kick, foot down over the line that's our line of demarcation for an encroachment on a kickoff. This one well exceeds that. Right in front of the back judge. So, make sure we're looking down the line and we're seeing all that. Especially, I think these guys are kicking it short all game. So we definitely want to make sure we're getting those. Good job on refraining from targeting here. It looks rough at full speed. As you can see, the replay here, he's just going to come in and make that contact at the shoulders and just kind of push it. Doesn't go head to head, doesn't make the contact to the head, just at the shoulders and shoves them. So good job of refraining what looks like a high hit at first, but it looks like we saw that pretty clearly. Last one we're going to look at. Do not like the illegal blindside block call here. Does not forceful contact, and the flag comes out pretty quickly, which makes me think we didn't see the whole thing. One other thing too on the announcement, white hats, when you signal illegal blindside block, you want to signal personal foul first, and then the blindside block signal. End zone view, slowing this down a little bit. First of all, we have open hands, and it's not forceful. So we will let this go. Let's see, again, that flag flies out pretty quickly. I think we're anticipating the call there because he does kind of seek him out here and go against the grain. I think we anticipated that a little more than it should have been. Should have just let that go. Kind of see that whole play clearly first. Alright, that's it for the A public. We will do the A private in a couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that. Have a good holidays, and hope you're resting up from the 2018 season and preparing for 2019.